Mel, what's your message when you guys are down 9 there in the second half? Obviously, Posley came out and was kind of on fire in that first 5 minutes. How do you keep the guys grouped together and regroup to go back out for that final push?
Honestly, I didn't quite have to say anything. We took enough blows this year to where when good teams go on runs, we don't necessarily have to go into panic mode and try to reinvent the wheel. We just got in our huddles and just said one stop at a time. The bench was amazing. Doug, Justin, Hamdi, Johnny, etc. So our bench pretty much just gave us a lift when we were down.
Is that different from maybe back in December, where you feel comfortable even in those situations?
Yeah, most definitely. I wasn't half the leader I am in December. I feel like I grew a lot with these guys, and it's just a mutual respect type thing. So, we all been growing together. We all took our blows, and now, in situations like that, we've been pretty resilient, I guess you can say.
How much does the game in St. Joe's and then Richmond have a battle for the winners games help prepare you for a situation like that?
Those games help you with your psyche, just knowing that you've been in that situation before versus, you don't necessarily think of it when you're on the floor, but you just have that frame where you just know that, hey, I can get through this.
And when you talk about Jaquan for a minute, Jaquan,
Mm-hmm.
I know they'll talk about you more than you talk about yourself. 26 points, 7 assists, no turnovers. He seems to be playing out of his mind.
He's always been that kind of player. This isn't anything new. We all go through our shooting woes. Whatever he went through before, it is what it is. But now he's playing like himself. It's what we expected. That's why he's our point guard. He's our leader. And I wish y'all didn't think differently because he's always been that type of player. So that's Jaquan for you.
Is that something you saw in the scouting report or on film that you could beat guys off the dribble like that, or is that something that you sensed as the game went along?
That's just my offense. I feel like I can beat anybody off the dribble if I put my mind to it. So I just pick my spots during the game and push the tempo. I like to play my tempo, which is fast, and make teams play the way we want to play, which is up and down.
The tempo was obviously very fast early, and it seemed like even on those fast breaks, it wasn't falling for you. Is that the sort of thing where you've been through enough of those, you say those shots will fall eventually, or is there anything about those possessions you guys maybe when they do?
It's not so much the shots falling. It's pushing their defense. The defense gets the tired. They play 6, 7 players, and then when you're pushing the ball at them the whole time, they get tired. By the end of the game, they have no legs, so eventually shots will start falling.
You guys feel all like you're starting to peak, and that you're starting to get some separation from the rest of the A-10?
I hope not. We just try to keep at it every day. I don't even know what our record is. What is it?
7-0 in the league.
Oh, that's pretty cool. We're not paying attention to that right now. We've had our bumps and bruises before, so right now it's just getting better, owning our craft, and continuing to win games.
Yeah, in our eyes, we still the underdog, so we've had that mentality ever since I've been here. I came into VCU with the underdog mentality. That was kind of like our motto. People sleep on us a lot, but we just sticking together and playing our game.
They picked us 5th.
Yeah, them are just numbers to us. We know what we can do. We know what we can do as a team, so it's just us, really.
Justin, their 2 big men fouled out late there. What did that do for you guys in terms of being able to get inside play if you want to play?
Yeah, I just want to go out, play smart, and then be active and just have fun with it.
Last year, obviously, you went down to the wire with those guys, and they went up there with what was on your mind as it was getting close, and it seems like they know in particular how to give you guys a good fight.
They got a great backcourt. Posley and Adams, those are 2 all-conference guards. So, when you got guys like that can score, it's always going to be a tough matchup because I feel like we're guard-oriented. Our front court is coming along big time for us this year, but in the past we've always been, smaller. So they do the same thing, and it's pretty much a good matchup every time.
It was pretty much untouchable there. That first part of the second half, what do you do with a guy like that when he's?
Yeah, he's a great shooter. It's his senior year. He's playing his butt off. Between him and Adams, they're averaging 40 points in the A-10 together combined. So that's big time for 2 guards. And if you take them out, it's gonna be hard for them to win. So that was kind of our mindset.
Hey, Jaquan, would you mind describing that wraparound bounce pass and the paint that you made to Justin there? latter part of the
Well, yeah. I mean, I was coming off the ball screen, and his defender was lost. You know, Justin did a good job of rolling and hiding behind him. I wanted to throw the lob to him. I'm sure he wanted me to too, but I didn't want to turn it over, so I tried to make the simple play.
Justin, did you see that bounce pass coming?
I actually did. I knew when he coming down the lane, my man, he started coming up, so I just stayed ready, had my hands ready.
That's not an easy pass to make, even if you expected to surprise you already got it through there.
Not really, because he do it all the time in practice.
This 7-0 start in the A10, which, you know, I guess just looking at it, you guys have won 7 in a row perhaps, but what does this do for you going forward and you know, being with a new coach? I know it's something people mention all the time, but just winning these games, what does it do for your confidence and maybe where you can go from here going forward?
Staying grounded, working hard every day, knowing everybody gonna give us their best shot.
Melvin, going back to what you said about both of the guards, with Mark Mosley having the game that he did, were you somewhat satisfied with at least maybe one of them going off as long as both of them weren't going off at the same time?
Yeah, that's what I told him. Around the time Posey had like 24, Adams had 2. So I told him, give and take. One of them, somebody had to have a good game. So, I mean, I'd rather one of them have a good game than both of them combine for 40, and it's a different kind of ball game at that point.
Anybody else? All right, guys, thanks.
Thanks, guys, appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.